Stream should be live. See if this works.
Hello?
Yeah, you got it. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, you could hear me before. The stream should be live. Do you have it? Yeah. Well, there's no video. They won't let me do video here, but I need to do a mic check. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 check 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 1 2 3 1 2 3. You got it? Okay. And let me go over here to.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Hey ladies, when you're looking to freshen up your wardrobe, there is no need to travel to the big city shopping centers or the dreaded mall. Stay local and head to Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. They offer great prices on the cutest tops, bottoms, sweaters, shoes and boots, and other accessory items. And best of all, everything is size inclusive from small to 3XL. When you shop local, everything you spend stays right here in Preston and Franklin County. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston.
It's time for Preston Indian Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, as we come to you again live here this afternoon, once again from Canyon Ridge High School here in Twin Falls as today the Preston Lady Indians take the field as they'll start the brand new season here this afternoon as they'll take on the Lady Riverhawks here from Canyon Ridge. Umpires come out early. They're going to start the game a few minutes early here, so we're not really going to have much of a pregame show, but we'll duck in the lineups here as we go along. And, of course, our lineups brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. So leading off here for the Indians, J.C. Larson, who will be the pitcher here this afternoon, and she takes the first pitch inside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Bailey Sliger is on the mound today in the circle for the Riverhawks. And with a 1 ball, no strike count, she'll rock and come home with the next pitch. It's up high. Carly Madsen is the shortstop. She's waiting on deck. She'll bat second. Reese Hansen is the left fielder, and she will hit in the third spot. Rory Hansen plays at third base. She'll hit fourth. As the pitch hit foul back into the screen, it's 2 balls and a strike. Jaylee Roberts hits fifth. She'll play first base today. Riley Catherton is the center fielder, and she'll hit in the sixth spot. 2 balls and a strike here against Larson. And the next pitch home bounces up there. Nope, it's going to get called a strike anyway. And it is 2 and 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the next pitch home, it is on the corner, strike 3 call. Boy, she got a good high strike call and gets JC on looking on strikes for the first out here in the top of the first inning here today. So here's Carly Madsen up to the plate. We'll finish up here with the Lady Indians lineup here as Madsen awaits the first pitch and takes a strike. Addie Carter is the second baseman. She'll hit seventh. Sydney Cleverly does the catching today. She hits in the 8th spot, and Sky Spakeman is in right field, and she will hit ninth. As the next pitch to Madsen is hit foul back into the backstop, and it is no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2, just the top of the first inning. Glad to have you along here this afternoon as the Lady Indians take the wraps off a new season here this afternoon as the next pitch hit foul again back into the screen, and it stays at 0-2. Next pitch home to Madsen, that again misses outside, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. We apologize for no video as Canyon Ridge, one of those schools over here in the Twin Falls area that won't allow us to do video because of NFHS, as it's pulled just foul outside of first and down the line, and it stays at 2 balls and two strikes. So Madsen back up there. Carly hitting from the left side. Slager ready again, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed as she got Madsen to chase the ball up in her eyes as she goes down on strikes. That's 2 outs here in the top of the first, both via the strikeout. And that'll bring up Regan Hansen, who's in left field here this afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky here in the Twin Falls area here today as Hansen takes the first pitch. That's over for a strike. And just a little bit of a breeze, but very cool temperatures outside. At the 32 degrees here at the first pitch here this afternoon, as the next pitch is taken outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Hansen. She chases a ball up in her eyes. That's strike 3, so apparently the count on the scoreboard was wrong as the Indians go down in order 1-2-3 here in the first inning, and Slager records 3 strikeouts. Nobody able to put a ball in play for the Indians here in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first. We'll give you the Canyon Ridge lineup when we come back right after this timeout here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Bottom of the first inning, no score in the game as Preston goes out 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. And today's game brought to you in part by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. First pitch here to Megan Kennedy is popped up. It'll go foul off the first base side, and it's 0-1. Let's give you the Canyon Ridge lineup here in the top of the first inning. Is Megan Kennedy leading off. She is the shortstop. Elsie Summerfield is the center fielder. She'll hit second. Larson ready. Comes home from the circle. As that fastball is up high, and it's 1-1 strike. Caden Ellers is the left fielder. She'll hit third. Bailey Slinger, the pitcher, hits in the 4 spot for the Lady Hawks, or for the River Hawks. Next pitch again hit foul right back behind home plate, and it's 1-2. Cameron Ellers is the catcher. She'll hit fifth. Alex Milligan is the first baseman. She'll hit in the 6th spot. Megan Conrad, the second baseman, is hitting 7th today. As that pitch bounces up there, it's 2-2. Kendall Montoya is the right fielder. She'll hit 8th. And Alexis McDonald Crosley, the third baseman today for the River Hawks, and she will bat in the 9 spot. So a 2-2 count, and here's the pitch home, and it's swung on and missed. So Megan Kennedy goes down on strikes. That's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. As neither side, all 4 hitters have yet to put a ball in play here today. As 4 hitters up there and 4 strikeouts. So here is Elsie Summerfield. She is the center fielder with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch home from Larson misses down and in, ball 1. Canyon Ridge is kind of in the same situation as the Indians are, in that they have not had hardly very much time to practice. In fact, today, as a ground ball to short, Madsen had to run up her arm, able to go and get it, straighten and throw, not in time. So there's the first base runner of the game, as that'll be an error on Madsen at shortstop. And with 1 out, we have a runner at first base, and here is Caden Ellers. So today is actually the first day that the Indians have taken ground balls or batting practice or anything on dirt or grass, just like the boys team yesterday. As the pitch is on the corner for a strike, throw through is not in time, as Summerfield able to steal second base. So hopefully, with sun for the weekend and maybe a little rain, we can continue to get rid of the snow, the residual snow that's on the field, as the pitch swung on and missed. And it's 0-2 now on Ellers. 1 out, just the bottom of the first inning here from Twin Falls here this afternoon. Larson ready again, comes home with the next pitch. Ground ball, it's hit the third. They'll check the runners, go to first in time for the out. The runner will advance, however, as Summerfield goes over to third base on the throw across the diamond. But she's there with 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Bailey Sleeger, the pitcher, to try to pick up the run with a 2-out hit. So here is Slinger, who retired the side in order in the top of the first inning, struck the Indians out 1-2-3. So she comes up here with a chance to give herself a lead here in the bottom of the first inning as the pitch swung on and missed. The JV game took place just before this game did here on the main field, with Preston's JVs winning handily. Last score I saw was 22-4 after 4 innings when they stopped the game as the pitch is hit foul out toward the parking lot, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. J.C. Larson trying to get out of the little jam here in the bottom of the first. Runner at third and 2 outs. And the next pitch home is hit back up the middle into center field. That'll be a base hit. And the Canyon Ridge will get on the board first. So Sleeger with a solid single back up the middle to pick up the run. And it's 1-0. So Sleeger over at first, and now here is Cameron Ellers, who is the catcher here this afternoon. And she takes the first pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Of course, the Indians are trying to rebound from what was really a tough year last year as they show bunt, take the pitch high. Larson ready again. Again, they show bunt. The pitch again is down low. Two balls and a strike to count on Ellers. And the next pitch home is bunted up along the third base line fair. They field to go to first base, and it's bobbled over at first base. That'll be safe there and allow a run to come in, and it's 2-0. And the runner advances going down to second base. So Cameron Ellers with a little bunt single. She was trying to just give herself up, but as that will bring up Alex Mulligan now with runners at second and third. As a little pop-up in the infield. That'll be caught by Larson for the second out. So now there's 2 outs here. So 2-0. So evidently they ruled Caden Ellers was safe at first base on that ground ball in the infield, as he worked her way around to score. So 2 outs, 2 on, 2-0. Riverhawks here in the bottom of the first inning. As the next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2 on Megan Conrad. So 0-2 on Conrad. Sillers down the line from third, or Sleeger rather, down the line from third. A pitch hit foul back out toward the parking area. We're talking a little bit about last year, the way the season ended a year ago for the Lady Indians. As last year, they had a bit of a struggle as they ended up going 3-17 on the years. The next pitch is a fastball chased up in her eyes by Conrad. She goes down on strikes, but not before. Canyon Ridge scores twice in the inning. On 2 hits, there was an error, and they also leave 2 runners on base as well here in the bottom of inning number 1. We'll go to the second after 1 full inning from here at Canyon Ridge. It's the Riverhawks 2 and the Lady Indians nothing.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty health care right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Indians trail 2-0 as we go here to the second, as it will be Rory Hansen to lead off here in the top of inning number 2 as Preston went out 1-2-3 in the first inning on 3 straight strikeouts. First pitch to Hansen was down low. The next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Anyway, last year the Indians, they finished 3-17 on the season. They failed to win a game at all in conference play, going 0-6 head-to-head against Century and Pocatello's. The next pitch is swung on and missed again, and it's 1-2. In fact, the Indians, if you go back to last year, they start this season in the midst of an 11-game losing streak, as that pitch is outside and goes to the backstop, and it's 2-2. So not only is Larry Morrison and the Lady Indians trying to start the season on a positive note, they're also trying to break that 11-game skid going back to last year as the next pitch is swung on and missed. So Rory Hansen strikes out. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts by Bailey Slinger, as she is doing just what her name says. Boy, she's slinging it here early on. Here's Jadley Roberts, and Jadley takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield straightaway, center fielder Summerfield playing rather shallow as the next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Roberts. And the next pitch is down low, 1-2. As you would imagine, with that 3-17 record, there's plenty to improve on this year, including where they finished in the Southeast Conference in 4A last year. Not winning a game in conference play a year ago. They would have, of course, finished in the cellar there. As the next pitch home to Roberts, that is up high, and it's ball 4, and the Preston Indians have their first base runner. It's a walk to Jadley Roberts here with 1 out in the second inning. So a runner over at first, and now it'll bring up Riley Chatherton, who's playing in center field. Here's the first pitch home to Chatherton, and she swings through it, and it comes up empty, and it's 0-1. Of course, this team that Larry Morrison puts on the field this year at the start of the season basically is the same team that was out there last year. As they graduated only one player from a year ago as that pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Of course, that's the other part of trying to practice in the gym. There's only so many limited swings you can get inside the cage, and it's completely different than live batting practice as the pitch is swung on and missed by Chatherton. That's the second out here in the second inning, and 5 strikeouts for Slinger here through the first inning and 2/3. So with 2 outs, here is Addie Carter, the second baseman. And the first pitch home to Addie misses high and away. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. So only graduating one player from last year's team, you have a group of girls who are used to playing together. And that really makes things come together quicker because they're already pretty much gelled as a team after spending the entire year last year together. As the next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike here on Carter. Here's the 1-1. Popped up over by the first base dugout. That's going to go out of play. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Today's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. You can go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.com. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. New ball for Slinger, comes home, and that pitch is on the corner, strike 3 called. She racks up her 6th strikeout of the afternoon, has yet to allow a hit. No runs, no hits for the Lady Indians here in the top of the second. They do get a base runner as they leave her stranded over at first base via the walk. So we're done with an inning and a half. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's Canyon Ridge 2 and the Indians nothing.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Level 10 Life provides skilled, one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we moved to the bottom here of inning number 2. 2-0. As Kendall Montoya will lead off here as time called briefly as turn the music down. So here's Montoya. Jensen ready, comes home, or Larson rather, comes home with the first pitch. That's over for a strike. So opening day 2023 here for the Lady Indians. Start to think that day was really not going to come. Ground ball to second. Carter has like a run up her arm. Flip it to first in time for the out. Heck of a play. Carter was falling down and from her wallet was able to throw it over to Jade Lee Roberts, and Jade Lee able to dig it out of the dirt. Heck of a play by the Lady Indians for the first out here in the bottom of inning number 2. Alexis McDonald Crosley at the plate. And hits the first pitch foul at home plate, and it's 0-1. Of course, still last time I was over and looked at both the baseball and the softball diamonds over at the complex, still a lot of work to be done to get them ready to play. Still a lot of snow remaining out there. Ground ball to short. Knocked down by Madsen. Picks it up, throws across in time for the out. So a couple of ground balls produce a pair of outs here for the Lady Indians. And we go back to the top of the order, Megan Kennedy, who's a strikeout victim her first time up. Up there now with 2 outs. I bring that up because never knowing what exactly these schedules are going to bring as the ball's popped up in foul territory. Hansen comes over and has it right in front of the third base dugout as the Indians able to retire the Riverhawks in order, 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the second inning. We're done with 2. We'll move along to the third. It's 2-0 Canyon Ridge over the Indians. We'll be right back.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
We go to the top of the third, 2-0 Canyon Ridge on top over the Lady Indians. And here for Preston, as we go to the third inning, it's the bottom 2 in the lineup. Sydney Cleverly, Sky Spakeman, and back to the top of the order as the first pitch here to Cleverly is down low, ball 1 ball with no strikes. Third inning of today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. They have all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Find them at 17 South State Street in Preston. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Here's the next pitch, swung on and missed. Laid on a pretty good pitch there, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So talking about the field back over at Preston, and bring that up because you never know what the schedule will be changed around because of playing conditions. But the Indians are scheduled, at least right now, on the schedule that I have, to play their home opener on Wednesday of this coming week, when the Logan Grizzlies will come north to come up and play the Lady Indians. Is that pitch over for a strike? And it's 1-2. But before that, Preston would have a trip to Rexburg to go up and play Madison on Tuesday, as that pitch swung on and missed. It's another strikeout for Bailey Slinger. And that's 1 out here in the third. So that's 7 strikeouts for Slinger. Preston has yet to put a ball into play. In fact, the one base runner they had came on a walk. As here is Sky Spakeman, as that pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. So just trying to get used to swinging the bat and seeing live pitching. As Preston's having a hard time doing that. Of course, they're so far behind anyway. Not to the fault of the coaching staff. No, not at all. Just not being able to get out and see live pitching and taking ground balls and fly balls at all. There's only so much you can do in the old gym there at the high schools. The next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Check that, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But Larry Morrison, of course, in his 9th year, he'll get the team righted, get them going back in the right direction as that pitch is down low, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slinger ready again, rocks from the circle and comes home. And the next pitch is up high, and that should run the count full, 3-2, and it does. Tell you what, this area right here around Canyon Ridge High School, in the 4 years we've been coming here, has really changed. It's grown up quite a bit. As the next pitch is swung on and missed. So she gets another strikeout. That's 8 strikeouts here through an inning, 2 2/3 innings. And back to the top of the order again, and J.C. Larson, who went down looking in the top of the first inning to open up the ball game up there now. First pitch is down low, ball 1, because that'll skip to the backstop. So 2-0 Canyon Ridge. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Slinger ready again. Roxon comes home with the next pitch. That's swung on and missed. Pretty good fastball down and away. That's a tough pitch to handle, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straight away against Larson. And the next pitch home again, that is inside, 2-1. So the area here, right around the high school, there's new strip malls on both sides of the street out beyond left field. Some restaurants and gas stations have popped up. There's even a large Walmart right across the street now as well, which, if I remember correctly, that's been there for a couple of years. Next pitch home to Larson, swung on and missed. And that is now run the count full, 3-2 here with 2 outs in the top of inning number 3. Here's the 3-2 offering. On the corner, strike 3 calls. They get J.C. Larson looking for the second time here today, and Preston goes out in order for the second time in 3 innings via the strikeout. That's 9 strikeouts here for Bailey Slinger in the 10 batters that she has faced. We'll go to the bottom of the third. After 2.5, it's 2-0 Canyon Ridge. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
2-0 Canyon Ridge as we move along here to the bottom of the third here this afternoon. As for the Riverhawks, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. As Elsie Summerfield leads it off, she pulls it off the third base bag. As it rebounds out into left field, she's going to go for 2, and she is safe. So she hits a one-hopper off the bag at third base that rebounded out into short left center field. And by the time the Indians could get it back in, she was sliding in at second base with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the third inning. Hit number 3 on the game for the Riverhawks. And with nobody out, Caden Eller's at the plate. The pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. So 2-0. And as you might expect, on a cool, brisk day here, with the wind pretty much blowing in, a little bunt that'll get the runner over to third as they retire the out over at first base. As Ellers is out. 1-4 on the sacrifice. That's the first out as Summerfield moves over to third. So here's the pitcher, Bailey Slinger, who had an RBI single back in the first inning. So the wind kind of blowing in. It's moved around a little bit, what little bit of wind there is today, but it's a very cool temperature, 32 degrees at game time today. As the next pitch swung on and missed. 1-1 strike on Bailey Slinger. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 2-0 Canyon Ridge on top over the Lady Indians. Next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Throw back to third, not in time. So Preston has played a couple of games here. In fact, one hopper at third as they'll go to first to get the out and come home, not in time. The one hopper to Hansen, as the runner standing there at third base, Summerfield was standing about 3 steps off the bag, and Hansen just kind of looked at her. Instead of going after her and tagging her out, she decided to go to first, get the out there, but it allowed the run to come in. So Slinger hits it hard. That's the second out of the inning. But Summerfield comes in to make it a 3-0 game with that leadoff double to lead off the inning. So with 2 outs and nobody on, as the first pitch to Cameron Ellers missed down low, ball 1. So Preston has faced Canyon Ridge 3 times, twice here, once in Preston. They've lost all 3. As that pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 1-1 strike. Larson ready again. Next pitch hit foul at home plate, and it's 1-2. Today's game brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call to find out how they can help you at 208-852-5700. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, swung on and missed, and the inning is over, but not before the Riverhawks add a run. 1 run, 1 hit, and nobody left. We'll go to the 4th after 3 here this afternoon. It's Canyon Ridge 3, Preston nothing on KECH and on mylocalradio.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Don't forget, for more information and showtimes at Worm Creek Theater, log on to their website, find out for yourself, and ticket information at wormcreek.org. Done with 3 innings here this afternoon, 3-0. Canyon Ridge on top. 3 runs on 3 hits. For the Indians, no runs. They've yet to have a hit. They have had one base runner here this afternoon. That was via the walk. So we go here to the top of the 4th. Carly Madsen leads it off for Preston and takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. So for the Indians, even just trying to put a ball in play, as Bailey Slinger with 9 outs, all via the strikeout as the next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straightaway here against Matson. Infield back against the left-handed hitter as the next pitch is up high. As they lay off it this time as Slinger has worked in the upper half of the strike zone primarily here today. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but for the most part, Preston has helped her out by chasing a lot of those balls up in the eyes as the next pitch misses down and away, and it's now 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. As the next pitch is outside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Carly Madsen here in the top of the 4th inning. Second walk issued to the Indians today, and here is Regan Hansen, the left fielder. First pitch home to Regan. They show bunt. There goes Madsen. The pitch gets away at home plate as they take advantage of the getting somebody on. And Hansen was, I should say, Madsen running on the pitch. So it'll be a stolen base, even though the ball got away and went to the backstop. So Preston able to move a runner up into scoring position. So Larry Morrison gets the opportunity and starts to play a little bit aggressive on the base pass. They finally put a ball into play. It's driven to left field, and Ellers can't get it. It's over her head. Madsen comes to third. She's going to round third and come home with a slide on an RBI double by Regan Hansen. So Preston gets their first run of the day as the ball up in the air. Ellers broke in, and then the wind just kind of pushed it back over her head. A wind-blown double, but a double nonetheless, and Preston's on the board, and it's 3-1. So here's Rory Hansen. A pitch swung on and missed. Rory, of course, who has been the starting third baseman the last couple of years for Preston. Pretty good with the bat. Represents the tying run standing at home plate as she hits a ball to right field down the line. And going back on the ball is Montoya. She can't get it. Here comes Hansen to third. They're going to wave her in. RBI double for Rosie, and she's going to go to third, and she's going to be safe. So she triples down into the right field corner, picks up an RBI, and the tying run is now 60 feet away with nobody out here in the top of the 4th. So for Preston, who wasn't able to put a ball into play even for the first 2 innings, comes out here, gets a walk, back-to-back extra base hits. And here is Jade Lee Roberts, who was walked her first time up back in the 2nd inning. Shortens, shows bunt, gets the bunt down, good bunt, up along the first base line, and coming down there was Mulligan to make the tag on Roberts running by for the first out. So 3 unassisted for the out, and staying over at third base was Hansen. That bunt may be just a little bit too strong for Rory to try to come home. And with only 1 out, that's okay. Stay there at third base. In fact, no outs when that bunt was laid down. As a pitch down low here to Chatherton. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. So very wise, heady play by Rory Hansen, not to force coming home. And I don't want to make the first out of an inning at home plate. As that pitch swung on and missed, and it's now 1-1. The old rule of thumb, don't make the first out of an inning at home plate or the last out at third. Ball popped up, foul, and it's now 1-2. So the tying run is at third base for the Indians. Here, nobody out. Check that, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Chatterton goes down on strikes. That's the second out. And now they'll leave it up to Addie Carter to try to come up and pick up the run here to tie the game. That's 10 strikeouts in the game here today for Bailey Slinger. As the first pitch to Carter misses outside, ball one, 1-0. Wind starts to pick up a little bit, kind of blowing from right center field over toward the left field corner. And the next pitch on the way is looped toward the second base. The second baseman comes over to get it, and she throws it away, not able to get the out. As safe at first base, now she's going to go to second base because the ball goes out of play. But more importantly, Rory Hansen comes in from third base and ties the game at 3. Charge an error on the throw over to first base to allow Carter to go to second. And the RBI ties the game. So we're even at 3 here as the first pitch here to Sydney Cleverly is hit foul, and it's 0-1. So big inning for the Lady Indians to get even. It's a 3-3 tie. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Next pitch popped up. That's foul as well off the first base side, and it's 0-2. So Madsen walked. Regan Hansen with a double, an RBI triple by Rory Hansen, and 2 outs later, Addie Carter picks up Rory and ties the game at 3. Next pitch is on the corner, strike 3 called, and the inning is over, but not before the Indians get even here in the game. 3 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 1 left as we'll go to the middle of the 4th. After 3.5, Preston gets even. It's a 3-3 tie here at Canyon Ridge High School. We'll be right back.
Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com.
Hey ladies, when you're looking to freshen up your wardrobe, there is no need to travel to the big city shopping centers or the dreaded mall. Stay local and head to Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. They offer great prices on the cutest tops, bottoms, sweaters, shoes and boots, and other accessory items. And best of all, everything is size inclusive from small to 3XL. When you shop local, everything you spend stays right here in Preston and Franklin County. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning after the Indians get even. It's a 3-3 tie. As J.C. Larson set to go to work here in the bottom of inning number 4. 3 strikeouts so far, has not walked anybody, has allowed 3 runs on 3 hits. So to lead it off here in the bottom of the 4th for Canyon Ridge will be the first baseman, Alex Mulligan. It'll be Mulligan followed by Conrad and Montoya. First pitch, ground ball to short. Madsen gobbles that up and throws across in time for the out. After the first inning, boy, the Indians have kind of got their feet under them a little bit now, as with the exception of the leadoff double by Summerfield back in the 3rd inning, the Indians' defense has retired 6 of the last 7 hitters overall, as that pitch is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. So here's Megan Conrad. Conrad, a strikeout victim her first time up, hits the pitch back into the screen, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Today's game brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today at 208-852-2364. As that pitch is on the corner, strike three called. So quickly, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And Kendall Montoya, the right fielder, will now come up. Four strikeouts for J.C. Larson here this afternoon, and the first pitch to Montoya is swung on and missed. Larson ready again. Starting to feel her oats here a little bit. That pitch is a little rise ball that stays high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straight away. The 1-1. Misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike as Montoya was backing out when the pitch was coming home. So 2 balls and a strike. Larson ready again, comes home, and that pitch is inside and a little low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. So 3-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch hit on the ground. Madsen knocks it down, picks it up, throws across in time for the out. And that's 6 in a row now, retired by J.C. Larson as they put the side out in order for the second time here today. We're done with 4. We'll head along to the 5th. We're still even. It's a 3-3 tie from here at Canyon Ridge on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
105.5 FM KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton Proud and Idaho Strong.
We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, we go along here to the 5th inning in a 3-3 tie. Sky Spakeman leads off for the Indians here as first pitch outside, second pitch down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Spakeman, then back to the top of the order, and J.C. Larson and Carly Madsen do up for the Indians here in the 5th. Had a number of people made the trip over from Preston today. Good to see friendly faces out in the sun this afternoon as that pitch chases a pitch kind of up in her eyes a little bit, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 3 balls, or I should say a 3-3 tie. Here's we play in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the next pitch home. Popped up. That's right back over the top of the press box. As it'll now be 2 balls and 2 strikes in today's game, brought to you by Magnolia Road. Remember, ladies, you can stop in to update your wardrobe today at Magnolia Road. Come in and look around at all the great stuff they have there. 27 South State Street in Preston. 2-2 pitch. Looped foul out just outside of first. So it stays at 2-2, and Spakeman will come back and do it all again. So the Indians and Riverhawks have met 3 times over the last several years. 2 of those 3 games were played here, with Canyon Ridge winning both. As the next pitch popped up, the catcher, Etherton, or I should say, Ethels throws the mask away, but the ball lands just over the top back of the screen. And it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2, and Spakeman will come back up. And the pitch home again. Ground ball hit toward third. There is McDonald Crosley. Plays it across in time for the out. And 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Now we go back to the top of the order. And J.C. Larson will come up. J.C.'s 0 for 2 on the day. Has struck out twice, both times looking. The Indians with 3 runs on 3 hits. Slinger ready again, comes home, and the pitch is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike the count here on J.C. Larson. As the next pitch, that is swung on and missed at home plate. And the count goes to 1-2. J.C., one of the more prominent players last year. Spent a lot of time in left field when she's not pitching. And in the circle here to start on opening day here this afternoon as hits the pitch foul, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get aboard here with 1 out here in the 5th. Ready again, Slinger, in the next pitch, that is on the corner. And for the 3rd time today, Larson's gone down looking at a 3rd strike. Strikeout number 11 today for Bailey Slinger. Now with 2 outs, here's the shortstop, Carly Matson, who has struck out, walked, stole a base, and scored a run her last time up. And takes the first pitch up high. Today's game brought to you by Level 10 Life. Remember, you can reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Find out more at level10lifecoach.com. 1-0 on Matson. Here's the 1-0 offering. She chips one along the left field line, and it's going to be fair. And then kick over into foul territory. And Matson goes to second base with a 2-out double. So she got good English on it. It landed about 2 feet fair, just out onto the outfield grass. And because the left-handed hitter with that rotation she put on the ball, it made an immediate left turn into foul territory. And by the time they could get it back in, she was standing at second base. So there's the go-ahead run at second base for the Indians with 2 outs. And the first pitch here by Regan Hansen is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. So she takes a little walk around, chats with Larry Morrison for a minute, now comes back, and the 0-1 pitch is down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 4th hit of the game for the Indians. All coming here in the last inning and 2/3. Next pitch is on the inside corner. A called strike, and it's now 1-2. So Slinger a pitch away from getting out of the inning, stranding what would be the go-ahead run, standing at second base, and here's the 1-2 offering. It's hit into short center field. Going back is the shortstop, and there to make the play is Kennedy, and the Indians leave the go-ahead run at second base. Fine running catch by the shortstop Kennedy for the 3rd out. No runs, a hit, 1 left, as we'll go to the middle of the 5th. Still a 3-3 tie here at Canyon Ridge on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Bottom of the fifth inning, still a 3-3 tie. In today's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. So here's Alexis McDonald-Crosley to lead off here in the bottom of the fifth and rolls the first pitch foul. She's the number 9 hitter. Then we'll go back to the top of the order. Megan Kennedy and Elsie Summerfield due up here as well. So for the Riverhawks, who only have one hit since the first inning, as that pitch is swung out and missed, and it's 0-2. So a couple of hits and a couple of errors in the first inning by the Indians allowed a couple of runs, and since then, J.C. Larson has really settled down and took charge. 0-2 the count. McDonald-Crosley back in there, and the 0-2 pitch popped up right in the middle of the infield. It'll be Madsen to take charge and make the play. So 1 out. Back to the top of the order now, and Megan Kennedy, who's 0 for 2, struck out and fouled out. So here's Kennedy. Kennedy, the shortstop, of course, she made that great play to end the last half inning. As she loops one, that's toward her opposite number. Madsen able to put that away, and that's the second out. So a couple of pop-ups to short. And with 2 outs, here's Elsie Summerfield. Reached on an error, doubled, and has scored 2 of the 3 runs here for the Riverhawks this afternoon. It hits the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. Bottom of the fifth inning, just a little over an hour old here in the game here this afternoon. Moving right along, boys. Yesterday, the baseball game with the boys here at Canyon Ridge is exactly what Major League Baseball was trying to work out of the game. It just took forever to play. A 7-inning game yesterday that took 2 hours and 45 minutes to play. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Little roller again wide of third. Hansen has it, plays it across, gets away from Roberts, and they'll go down to second base. There will go Summerfield. Give Summerfield a hit. I think she would have beat that out anyway. And then when the throw got away, the error will allow her to go to second base. That's the 3rd error of the day against the Indians. So the go-ahead run at second base with 2 outs. And here is Caden Ellers, and takes the first pitch for a ball 1. That's only the second base runner since the first inning for the Riverhawks as that pitch is up high. Center fielder Chatherton a few steps over in the left center field. The next pitch swung on and missed. Got that pitch up above her hands, and she couldn't lay off of it. And it's now 2 balls and a strike. Pitch again, misses inside, and it goes to 3-1. Les Schwab Tire is your one spot for tires, brakes, alignments, everything you need. Go by and check it out at 1986 North Main Street in North Logan. 3-1 pitch. Over for a strike, runs the count full, 3-2. So 3-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Larson ready again, rocks the 3-2 pitch. Is hit fair inside of first. That's going to break the tie as here comes Summerfield in to score on the RBI double, and it's 4-3. So Summerfield comes in on the double by Ehlers. Back-to-back hits plus the error in the inning, and it's now 4-3. And here is Bailey Slinger, 1 for 2 on the day with a couple of RBIs. And she hits the first pitch foul back into the backstop, and it's 0-1. So Canyon Ridge finally able to get to J.C. Larson again here in the bottom of the 5th inning to break the tie. And the next pitch hit in the air along the left field side, slicing away from everyone. In fact, it's going to land out of play. And Slinger will come back up there now. Oh, 0-2 the count on Slinger. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. Hit in the air to center. Chatterton's got to go back and makes the catch going away. What a play as she saves a run. Going back toward the play. Wow, going back toward the fence, able to make the play. However, Canyon Ridge does get a run on 2 hits and an error, and they leave 1 on base. We're done with 5. It's 4-3 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard, as we'll be back here right after this timeout. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
4-3, Canyon Ridge on top. However, the defensive play in center field keeps it a 1-run game. So we go here to the 6th. Preston trails by a run. Rory Hansen, Jade Lee Roberts, and Riley Catherton, who just turned in that incredible play in center field, will come up here as we go to the top of inning number 6. First pitch here to Hansen, misses down low, ball one ball and no strikes. Of course, all the buzz around baseball is the World Baseball Classic going on as they got through the preliminary round as a pitch hit foul back into the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Rory Hansen. So the elimination rounds start, I believe they start tomorrow is the first games as Hansen hits that pitch foul. As tomorrow, Team USA will take on Team Venezuela. As the scene shifts, they consolidate from the 4 different places where they were playing the preliminary rounds, the pool play, as everyone meets in Miami now for the rest of the tournament as that pitch is up high. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Rory Hansen to lead off here in the 6th. So 2-2 on Hansen as she climbs back in, and the 2-2 offering popped up. That 2 is going to go out of play, and it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So kind of an interesting, busy time. NCAA basketball tournament going on, World Baseball Classic, and of course spring training continuing for everyone else as well. As Hansen drives one along the right field line, that's in for a hit. Big turn at first base and she'll stay there as Hansen with a leadoff hit, and the tying run is on base for the Indians. Rory with a pair of hits today. She is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. So here's Jade Lee Roberts, who walked and grounded out. As the first pitch to Roberts is high, goes to the backstop, and it'll be a wild pitch as Hansen now, the tying run, moves into scoring position at second base. So opening day for baseball is still about 2 weeks away. As the pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Once the World Baseball Classic is over, teams will convene again back with the rest of their squads, and they'll have about 2 or 3 days before opening day comes. As that pitch is down low, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike on Jade Lee Roberts. So certainly looking forward to the baseball season getting started. As a pitch up high, ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. For Bailey Slinger, the problem with all the strikeouts that she's collecting, by the way, she has 11 on the day, is it takes a lot of pitches to get to there. As that pitch is down low, ball 4. And Preston now with the first 2 runners on base, has 2 on, nobody out. Walk number 3 for Slinger this on the afternoon. And with 2 on and nobody out, Riley Catherton, the center fielder, comes up, who was just able to make that catch going away toward the fence in center field to end the last half inning and keep Canyon Ridge from adding anything else to their 1-run lead, and takes the first pitch, chases it, couldn't hold up, and it's a strike on a ball up around her eyes. So 0-1. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Today's game brought to you by Procon Homes, building quality multi-family homes across the West. So 0-2 the count. That pitch popped up, foul ground right around home plate as the catcher Etherton not able to make the catch. And the count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. So still nobody out. 4-3 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Preston trailing Canyon Ridge jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Preston able to come back with 3 of their own in the top of the 4th inning to get even. And now trail by a run again as that next pitch misses down and in. Ball 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 on for the Indians, nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Next pitch swung on and missed. 12th strikeout today for Bailey Slinger. As down on strikes goes Chatherton, that's the first out, as she strikes out for the 3rd time today. So with 1 out, here's Addie Carter, struck out, had an RBI single back in the 4th. First pitch to Carter, over for a strike, and it's 0-1. When you rack up a dozen strikeouts, you've certainly means you've got some multiple strikeouts against multiple players. The 0-1 over again on the inside half, and it's 0-2. J.C. Larson has struck out 3 times today. Chatherton, who just struck out for the 3rd time also. And then Cleverly and Spakeman have struck out twice apiece as that pitch is up in her eyes and is swung on and missed. So Carter strikes out, 2nd out of the inning. And 13 strikeouts now on the day for Bailey Slinger. So there's 2 outs. And now here's Sydney Cleverly coming back to the plate. And Cleverly, 0 for 2, has struck out both times that she's been up there. Rory Hansen led off the inning with a single, a walk to Roberts, put runners at 1st and 2nd and nobody out, and then back-to-back strikeouts. As the first pitch is inside and hit her. And that'll load the bases as Cleverly hit by a pitch. And that loads the bases for the Indians. So with the bases full, here's Sky Spakeman in a very big spot. 0 for 2 on the day, tying run at 3rd. And the first pitch from Slinger is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Pretty good little drop pitch there. Just as that thing got to home plate, where the bottom fell out of it, and it just went straight down. Here comes the 0-1. That pitch in the dirt gets away. Nope, they're going to say it hit her, and it's going to force over the run. So we're even at 4 as Spakeman hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. It's the 2nd hit batter of the inning. And Preston's tied the game at 4, and one of their best hitters coming up with the bases loaded and 2 outs is J.C. Larson. Larson, even though she's 0 for 3 on the day with 3 strikeouts, she is one of their better returning hitters from last year. So a single, a walk, and a pair of hit batters in the inning. So Preston gets even. It's now 4-4 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. And the first pitch to Larson is inside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield straight away. Eller's the left fielder, playing a little deeper than the other 2. As the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. And is now 1-1. Carly Madsen waits on deck just in case. Larson can extend the inning, and the pitch hit foul off the first base side, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes on Larson. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Preston gets a run to get even. It's a 4-4 tie. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 14 on the day for Slinger, but not before Preston scratches out a run to get even again. 1 run on one hit. A walk and a pair of hit batters ties the game as it's now 4-4 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as we go to the bottom of inning number 6. We'll be right back.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Today's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw, stop by to find out how much you can save at Naylor Insurance.
Franklin County Medical Center
North
is
State
proud
Street
to provide excellence in surgical
Preston.
and specialty.
So as we go to the bottom of inning number 6 in a 4-4 tie, it's Cameron Ellers, Alex Mulligan, and Megan Conrad due up here for the Riverhawks. Cameron Ellers 1 for 2 in the game. And once you get below Ellers in the lineup, J.C. Larson has done a very good job as the first pitch bunted, but bunted foul over on the third base side. Ellers, who is the 5th batter in the lineup for the Riverhawks, the 4 batters below her are a collective 0 for 8 so far on the day. Next pitch popped up right back here, and it's 0-2. So that's really helped Larson keep damage down to an absolute minimum here in the game. She's been able to really dominate the bottom half of the lineup. So 0-2 the count on Ellers, singled and struck out, 1 for 2, and hits the next pitch foul over the top of the first base dugout and stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 a count. Larson again with another ball, comes home, and the 0-2 pitch popped up again, foul back here behind home plate. So it stays at 0-2. So 0-2, another ball thrown into JC. Larson ready again, comes home, and the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. As the ball's dropped at home plate, they have to retire the out at first base, which they do. And Ellers goes down on strikes, 2-3 on the putout for out number 1 here in the inning. So here is Alex Mulligan with 1 out. Five strikeouts in the game for J.C. Larson. Here's Mulligan, popped up and grounded out, 0 for 2, hits the first pitch foul. No balls and 1 strike. Today's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. 4-4 tie. 1 out here in bottom of inning number 6. Larson ready. Next pitch, it's driven to center. Whoops, he broke the wrong way, did Chatherton. Now she's got to go back and play it off the fence. As around first, going to second is Mulligan, and she'll be in there with a double. So there's the go-ahead run at second base. As the ball was hit hard, and Chatherton just simply broke the wrong way. She came in and realized the ball was over her head And by the time she got it back in, Mulligan was standing at second base. So with one out, here's Megan Conrad. And I think we're going to have a runner here at the head out of the bases. As going out to run at second base is Haley Collins, who will run for Alex Milligan. So Mulligan doubles as Collins goes into run for. And that brings up Megan Conrad. Pitch to Conrad, hit foul back into the screen. So Collins at second base, one out. That's the go-ahead run. No balls and two strikes to count on Conrad. Jensen ready, get Larson ready again. Comes on with the next pitch on the corner, strike three called. So Conrad goes down looking. That's the second out. Strikeout number 6 today for J.C. Larson. Now with 2 outs, it's up to the right fielder, Kendall Montoya, who's grounded out twice in the game here today. And hits the first pitch, and it's going to be fielded there. They'll flip to first in time for the out, and the inning is over. As Larson, once again, able to wiggle off the hook here. 3-4 on the put out at first base as they leave the runner over on the base pass. No runs, a hit, and one left. It's still a 4-4 tie on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as we move to the 7th inning here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we've reached the 7th inning here in a 4-4 tie as Carly Madsen leads it off for the Lady Indians and shows bunt. It'll cost her a strike, and it's 0-1. Madsen followed by the Hansons, Regan and Rory, here in the 7th inning. Next pitch. Again, just tries to run up and serve one out into toward left field. This one goes foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Madsen with a pair of hits today and takes that pitch down and away. Ball 2. 1-2. So scoreboard backwards. 2 balls, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on Madsen as Slinger comes home again, misses up high, and it's now count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Today's game brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. So trying to get the leadoff batter aboard as the Indians, as Madsen serves one out into left field or right field. It's off the glove of the right fielder. As Madsen able to reach, and there's the go-ahead run at first base. So the right fielder, Montoya, had it in her glove and couldn't hang on to it. She'll draw an error in my book. But either way, Preston now with the go-ahead run at first base here with nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. So here's Regan Hansen. There goes the runner. The pitch is inside. The throw down, not in time. As Madsen steals second base. That's her second stolen base of the day and moves into the scoring position with nobody out. Hansen doubled and scored a run. She's 1 for 3 and takes that pitch high and away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. So with a lack of practice for both teams, this game's turned out to be a dandy. 4-4 here in the 7th. Next pitch swung on and missed. So it evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Regan Hansen takes a little walk around, gets some instruction gel down to her from Larry Morrison down at third base, and the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. So she goes down on. I thought it was 2-2. Now apparently it was only 2-1. So now it's 2-2. As Morrison yells down to her to keep her head in while she's swinging. As that pitch is up high, now runs the count full 3-2. So 3-2 here on Regan Hansen. Nobody out. Runner at second base. The go-ahead run for the Indians here in the top of the 7th. As the next pitch popped up, foul. That'll go over the top of the press box and stay again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stokes Market True Value brings you this afternoon's game with the freshest meats and produce in Preston and throughout the Cache Valley. Stokes Market. You'll find them on State Street in Preston. So the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2 pitch on the way is inside, ball 4. So an error, a stolen base, and now a walk, 2 on, nobody out. And now here's Rory Hansen. Hansen's tripled, drove in a run. She's also singled and struck out way back in the 2nd inning. So she's 2 for 3 on the day. As the first pitch hit on the ground, that's up the middle. Glove there. They go to second to get 1, but that's all they'll get. As moving over to third is the go-ahead run, Carly Madsen. So Hansen, though it doesn't show up that way, that's good as a sacrifice on the forced play at second base. So there's 1 out, runners at the corners. And whatever's being yelled out of the Preston dugout, the home plate umpire steps out and says, okay, let's not do that. So with 1 out, runners at the corners for the Indians. They show bunt. The pitch is high and down. There goes down to second base. Rory Hansen will just go ahead and steal second base and move into scoring position. So runners at second and third, only 1 out here in the 7th. As Jadley Roberts at the plate has walked twice today, 0 for 1 officially on the day, however, as that pitch is swung on and missed. One ball and 1 strike on Roberts. Preston, who fell behind early, has fought back, and now Roberts shortens up, shows bunt, and takes the pitch down and away. Makes it 2 balls and a strike. Preston trailed 3-0 after 3 innings. Got 3 of their own in the top of the 4th to get even. Roberts with a good bunt. They're going to let it roll, and it's going to trickle foul. As McDonald Crosley finally able to pick it up after it crossed the line to make sure it wouldn't come back. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Roberts. Madsen at third. Rory Hansen at second, and the 2-2 pitch on the way home swung on and missed. So Roberts strikes out. Second out of the inning. 15th strikeout today for Bailey Slinger. So with 2 outs, Riley Chatherton at the plate, and the first pitch bounces up there. Nice block there by Ethels behind home plate. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Chatherton, one of those girls in the lineup, still looking to put a ball in play today. She has struck out all 3 times she's been up there. As that pitch is inside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. So she's able to jump ahead in the count, 2-0. Today's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. 2-0 pitch. Popped up right around third. McDonald Crosley has it in foul territory, and the inning is over, and the Indians leave a pair of base runners on the base paths, and it remains a 4-4 tie on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. We go bottom 7 here at Canyon Ridge. We'll be right back. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning in a 4-4 tie. As the Indians will either force extra innings or see the Riverhawks walk away with a victory here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So it'll be the third baseman, Alexis McDonald Crosley, to lead off. She's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Then back to the top of the order here against J.C. Larson. So bottom of the 7th inning, and the pitch home from Larson is inside. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. So McDonald Crosley is the last of those hitters in the bottom of the lineup that Larson has had such a good success with today, as the pitch hit foul. Didn't mean to swing, but did, and went foul, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Larson getting encouragement from the head coach, Larry Morrison's over at the dugout. 2 balls and a strike. The next pitch, that's lined at the shortstop. Matson's got that. So there's the first out. A line out to the Preston shortstop. Now back to the top of the order. And Megan Kennedy, who's made some fine defensive plays today, but at the plate, she's 0 for 3. Struck out and hit the ball in the air a couple of times. And shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Remember, when you stop in there for lunch, grab some of that world-class beef jerky at Papa J's Deli, or you can order it online at papajs.com. The next pitch, that's hit off the end of the bat, right to the third baseman, Hansen. So a pair of lineouts here in the inning. 2 outs. And now here's Elsie Summerfield, who has been on base 3 times and has scored 3 of the 4 runs this afternoon for the Lady Riverhawks. And hits the first pitch in the air behind first, giving chase. It's going to land fair. And by the time they can corral it and get it back in, Summerfield's on base for the 4th time as she doubles with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So there's your winning run at second base. And Caden Ellers, the left fielder, comes up. Reached on an error, had a sacrifice, and an RBI double today, so she's 1 for 3. And up there with a chance to win it as she hits it right back to Larson. She spears it, goes to first, and we're going to extra innings here on opening day. So they're out. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We're going to go extra innings as it's still 4-4 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. We'll go to the 8th coming up right after this. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we're going to go to extra innings here on opening day, a 4-4 tie. As the Indians and the Riverhawks. And here, the bottom third of the order leading off here in the top of the 8th inning here for Preston. That's Carter, Cleverly, and Spakeman due up. Here against Bailey Slinger, who stays out there, having struck out 15 in the game. And the first pitch rolled slowly up along the third base line. Up with it there is McDonald. Crosley plays it across in time for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 8th inning. So here's Sydney Cleverly to come up. Struck out twice and walked her last time up. 0 for 2 on the day. Actually, she was hit by a pitch, rather, her last time up. And takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Now, something they've changed here in extra innings this year, they just like Major League Baseball, they'll start with the person who made the last out at second base. So that is Chatherton running at on the base paths, and on the ground out, she went over to third. So she's standing at third base with 1 out and a no-ball 2-strike count here on Cleverly. And the 0-2 pitch is low, ball 4, that little drop pitch, as it ends up going low. As Cleverly takes a little walk around, now climbs back in. And next pitch popped up, foul ground, giving chase there is Mulligan, able to glove it in foul ground and no advancement over there at third base. So Cleverly fouls out for the second out of the inning. And now here is Sky Spakeman, who was hit by a pitch that forced over the tying run her last time up. She grounded out, struck out. 0 for 2 officially today but has the biggest RBI of the day, the one that forced extra innings last inning for the Indians. As the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Top of the 8th inning and a 4-4 tie. Slinger ready again, comes home. Next pitch swung on and missed. So 0-2, the count on Spakeman. Go ahead run down the line from third, and here's the 0-2 pitch coming up from Slinger. Swung on and missed. Records her 16th strikeout of the day, and she leaves the potential go-ahead run standing over at third base. Preston goes in order, 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 4-4 tie on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, bottom of the 8th inning. And the middle of the lineup due up here for Canyon Ridge. That's Slinger, Ethels, and Mulligan. As the first pitch hit in the air toward right field. Coming up on it is Spakeman, circles, and makes the catch for the out. Well, she did not look very sure of herself, but she watched that all the way into her glove. And they get the first big out as Brady Slinger flies out on the first pitch. So here's Cameron Ellers, the catcher, singled back in the first inning and has struck out twice since then. So 1 for 3 overall in the game. Shows bunts it foul at home plate. And it's 0-1. Might just stay tuned for the Rouse Construction post-game show whenever this game comes to an end. Have a quick wrap-up, and girls will get on the bus and head back home for what should be a fairly enjoyable weekend with some good weather for the Cache Valley, as that pitch is rolled foul, and it's 0-2. Remember, at least schedule-wise, and of course things can change. Next game on the schedule for the Lady Indians is Tuesday, when they're scheduled to go to Madison. Tuesday or Wednesday. I thought that game was Wednesday, because I thought the boys and the girls were scheduled to play the same day. Next pitch, swung on and popped up. That's going to land on top of the press box. Makes a big thud up there and stays no balls and 2 strikes. Either way, it's weather depending, as the forecast is for sunshine and mild temperatures through the weekend, but rain coming Sunday evening into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So as the 0-2 pitch misses inside 1-2, as again that runner at second base placed there as she gets back there, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So certainly the games in Madison could be in question depending on what happens with the weather. The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit foul at home plate, and it stays at 1-2. Caden Ellers, the runner at second base, after making the last out, last half inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch home as Larson comes to the plate and again hit foul right back over the top of the press box. So it stays at 1-2 here on Cameron Ellers. Alex Mulligan waits on deck. And here's the 1-2. On the inside, too far in, as pitch called a ball, and it's 2-2. Home plate umpire all of a sudden, after having fairly liberal corners, kind of shrinking the strike zone here a little bit in extra innings. So it's 2-2. Is Larson ready again? The 2-2 pitch. Popped up, foul ground. Madsen coming over, but can't get it down by the far end of the third base dugout. So again, it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ellers again will come back here back to home plate. The runner, her sister, Caden Ellers, back to second. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. So there's the second out of the inning as Ellers strikes out. Now here is Alex Mulligan. So here's Mulligan. Doubled their last time up. 1 for 3 overall on the day. So the winning run with 2 outs standing at second base. And the first pitch home is grounded fair inside first and down the line. Here comes Ellers around third. She will score, and this game is over as Canyon Ridge forces across a run in the bottom of the 8th inning on the RBI single by Alex Mulligan, as they'll win it by the final score of 4-3 here this afternoon. So good effort by the Indians on opening day, but they come up a run short in extras as they lose it 5-4. We invite you to stay tuned. We'll have a Ralph's Construction postgame show coming up for you right after this. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction postgame show, coming up next.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Well, a tough loss on opening day here for the Lady Indians as they lose 5-4 in 8 innings here this afternoon as they come up a run short as the Riverhawks from Canyon Ridge get a run at the bottom of the 8th to come up with the victory. So even though they come up with a 1-run loss, it should be still a very happy bus on the way home because a heck of an effort by the Lady Indians here today as they lose 5-4 in 8 innings. This is the Ralph's Construction postgame show here this afternoon. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. Preston fell behind 3-0 after 3 innings of play, got 3 runs in the top of the 4th inning to get even as they scored 3 runs on 3 hits and tied the game at 3-3. However, the Riverhawks got a run in the 5th inning to push ahead again 4-3, only to have the Indians get a run in the top of the 6th inning to tie the game at 4 after a single, a walk, and after 2 strikeouts. Back-to-back hit batters forced the run over, and Preston had tied the game at 4. They had other opportunities in the 7th and the 8th innings, but couldn't push a run across. And then with the new rule, like they have in Major League Baseball, that in extra innings they start with a runner on base to try to shorten the time of the game with 2 outs. It was Alex Mulligan came up and singled just inside the first base bag to force the runner Caitlin Ellers in from second base, and that was the difference in the game as Canyon Ridge beats the Preston Lady Indians today here on opening day by the final score of 5-4. Let's take a look at the final totals. The numbers brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today, and stop by at 33 South 1st East in Preston, or call 208-852-2364. Final totals for Canyon Ridge to win it: 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 on base. For Preston, 4 runs, 5 hits this afternoon, and they left 7 runners on base. The winning pitcher, Bailey Slinger, as she goes to 1-0 on the year. What an effort by her today. She struck out a total of 16 Preston batters on the day and allowed only a total of 5 hits to pick up the win. The loss, unfortunately for Preston, will go to J.C. Larson as she just about matched Slinger pitch for pitch. She didn't have the number of strikeouts, but certainly was able to get the outs when she needed them as she took the game to extra innings, and she suffers the tough loss and goes to 0-1 on the year. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll have a final thought or two and wrap up our broadcast from here in Canyon Ridge. We'll do that right after this timeout. Final score, once again, on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. In 8 innings this afternoon, Canyon Ridge wins it by the score of 5-4. Take a timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up right after this. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So a heck of a game by the Lady Indians today, even though they lose 5-4 in 8 innings, and it should be a fairly happy bus ride home today after a good played ball game by both teams, really, as they go 8 innings to finally decide this one here today. Our next broadcast will come up on Wednesday when the Preston boys will hit the road. They will head off to Rexburg and take on Madison in a baseball game. One game coming up on Wednesday, and we'll have that for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. So until then, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening. Special thanks again going out to our executive producer of KACH Radio Sports, Val Cook. Our associate producer is Cody Olson. Special thanks also to John Beverly back in the studios, our studio coordinator today. And thanks for listening once again. I'm Dan Hubbard from here at Canyon Ridge High School in Twin Falls. As I remind you of the final score in 8 innings today, the Riverhawks knock off the Lady Indians by the final score of 5-4. Until Wednesday, enjoy your weekend, everybody.